Okay, welcome back. Cooking time. We'll start off by getting our wok going. Nice and hot. Unfortunately, I've only got electric rings because gas hasn't arrived in Cornwall yet. So I've got one of these little camping stoves because it gets the oil hotter. What we'll do, give the garlic and toasted sesame oil a bit of a roasting. You'll notice that one of my ingredients, the cat, has walked off now. But one ingredient I did forget to tell you about was the sour part. We've got the hot from the chilli sauce in the marinade and also the chopped chillies in the vegetables. And the sour part is here in the form of red wine vinegar, or ideally, if you can get hold of it, black rice vinegar, which is lovely and sweet and gives it the sourness as well. So, moving back, our garlic and toasted sesame oil coming along nicely in the wok there. So give that a nice toasting. The beauty of this, of course, is that you can add or leave out anything you don't like. If you've got a particular penchant for pickled beetroot or anything like that, just lob it in, no problem. Right, that's in there. Next thing we add is the stock. There is another ingredient I've forgotten as well, by the way, so remind me to tell you about that later. In with the stock. Bit of a stir round. Didn't realise how tricky it was going to be cooking and filming at the same time. I'm used to doing a lot of things one-handed, but cookery isn't one of them. Right, give that a chance to heat up. In a lot of Asian recipes at this stage they talk about stirring in the soy sauce just straight into the stock before you start adding vegetables and that kind of thing. But as I've got soy in the marinade, I'm not bothering with that. Stir it round. I'm going to pause this for a minute just to give that time to heat up. Right, as you can see, things are bubbling away nicely now. So what I'm going to do is add in the marinated meat. Stir that in nicely. Meat's in. Vegetables. Throw that lot in. Starting to look quite colourful now. Unfortunately my gas bottle has lost a bit of its oomph. No, it's still going, but it could do with being a bit higher really. So we'll wait for that to bubble up a bit more. Okay, so that's had a while bubbling now. taking a couple of minutes just to get it back up to simmer. What I'll do now, stir in the corn flour. That will thicken things up a bit. Of course, if you prefer a watery soup, just leave the corn flour out, that's not a problem. This just gives it a bit more thickness. And again, you know, as thick or thin as you want it really. That's done. Now I'm going to pour the egg in. It's just a case of just sort of string it into the mixture. Give it a light stir. Some people like noodles in this and that kind of thing. There we go. And finally, the ingredients which I did forget to tell you about. Bring that down to a simmer. Are black rice vinegar. Good dollop of that. And I like it vinegary. So I'm going to put some red wine vinegar in there as well. And if you put it in last, it doesn't evaporate off and you retain the sort of sourness of the vinegar. And finally, the other ingredient which I forgot to tell you about, and again it's a part of the hot thing, is ground white pepper. About half a teaspoon of ground white pepper in there. That just peps things up a bit. Stir all that in. Beautiful. And we can fetch that over here. And you can see the colour of that, it's looking nice and rich. You can smell the vinegar. That's lovely. There's enough to serve about 4 people there, so that's okay. Let me just smarten things up a bit. Presentation is everything, so we'll wait until we take it to the diner before we slop it all around the sides of the plate. Finally, a little sprinkling of chopped shallots on the top there, or spring onions, sorry. They always do that in these cookery things to make it look really yummy. And we'll take a nice glossy photo of that for the glossy magazine, BBC Food or something like that. And that's it. That's your hot and sour soup. And it's as simple as that. Watch out for more pothead recipes from me. I've got pothead chili con carne. I've got pothead pasta. You know, there's a few more in the series. So subscribe, keep an eye out, and I'll keep you up to date. Enjoy your soup. Cheers, bye.